Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram this isn't a surprise, but surprise to my YouTubies, I did get my hair cut. I got some fang bangs and like a mullety death hawk type of vibe with really short layers. So I'm very happy with how it looks. I did a little hair modeling thing and this is what they did to me and I think it looks awesome. But that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is my 1 year on YouTube anniversary. It actually already passed, but now I am filming the Q&A for it, and I asked you guys probably like a month ago to ask me questions for this video, so I'm gonna get into them. I still can't believe you've only been here a year now. Happy birthday. I guess my question— oh, thank you, by the way. I was gonna say thank you at the end, but I didn't want to forget. Thank you. I guess my question is, what motivates you to keep going? Not just on YouTube, but in life in general. Do you have any big plans for the channel? Okay, so the first question, what motivates you to keep going? Not just YouTube, but life in general. My cats. That's really like my main motivator and like reason for staying on this planet. I just think about how my cats wouldn't understand where I went or like why I left. I don't know. This is a really deep question to ask for the first question. Maybe I should have chose a lighthearted one, but I just chose one. Is that so bad to say? Do you have any big plans for the channel? So my only big plan that I have for the channel was the channel art, and I got that. So if you haven't checked out my channel, like go to my YouTube channel, you can see all my new channel art. It's also at the end of every video. Oh, and I took out my vertical libre. I don't know if anybody noticed. Rest in peace. I'm getting sidetracked. This is why I don't do Q&As, because I just yap. I'm a yapper. Moving on to the next question. Happy 1 year. Thank you. How did you narrow down your style, hair, makeup, outfits to what it is today? I love everything about it and how it's a blend of so many great styles. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So my style, I really just take inspiration from like the music that I listen to. I know right now I'm not going for much of a new wave style, but most days I'm more new wave and avant-garde and blitz, and that's where I take all of my inspiration from the club kids. Looking up documentaries on that type of stuff and just the whole avant-garde queer scene of that era is like a really big inspiration to me. Also just from like mundane things in my life, I'll see something, I'll be like, that's really, I'm gonna do something similar to that. Like the earrings that Julian made me, like, oh, I love that look so much, and I wouldn't have had that inspiration if that wasn't provided to me. But just being able to look at that and be like, yes, I can make a look off of this. It came out so cool. I'm just like, yeah. Next question. How do you come up with ideas for your videos? Happy YouTube anniversary. Love your channel. Thank you. Video ideas are like the worst thing for me to do. I'm always asking you guys, what do you want to see? Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you not like this? The bane of my existence is thinking about a concept for a YouTube video, which is why I mostly do vlogs, because it's so simple and easy. I'm just vlogging what I'm doing. What I did before I started my YouTube channel was I made a Google document and I wrote down every video idea that I could think of before I started my YouTube channel, so I would have like something to base it off of. So yeah, that's really how I come up with video ideas. I don't think I really do anything too original. Saying this out loud just makes me feel like mediocre. I don't know. Next question. Am I gonna say next question every single time? Probably. What is your favorite outfit or picture of yourself? I don't know. I really like the outfit that I wore to Twin Tribes. I love that outfit. I think it was awesome. Such a new wave moment. I love the red. I love that jacket. Favorite picture of myself is probably a picture from a goth night that I went to in Nashville. I love my makeup in that. I love my outfit. I just think I look cool. What is my favorite season? Halloween time. And what advice would you give to someone with goth imposter syndrome? I feel this like going to goth events more than anything, just because sometimes I feel like I don't know enough, but then I just have to remind myself, you don't have to know everything. Nobody knows everything. People on the internet like to act like they know everything, but they don't. They like to act like they can police everything and all that type of jazz. But truth is, they probably don't know anything. For goth imposter syndrome, I would just say, educate yourself, do your due diligence of listening to the music and educating yourself on the history of the subculture and the politics attached to the subculture. And then just don't think about it. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. Just don't think about it too hard. My favorite thing to tell people is touch grass and go outside into your community, in your goth community. If you don't have one, make one. And you will quickly realize that all this stuff on the internet is so... Goth TikTok is a hole of ignorance and, quite frankly, minors that don't have any experience outside of their home and their phone. Build that confidence in yourself and then just don't lose it. Don't think about it. Don't question it. Don't get that insecurity power. Next question is, I'm gonna be so sad if you already filmed this. You made it just in time. Your top 3 icks about the goth community or the goth culture. Top 3? 3 of them? Okay, number 1, TikTok goth. Oh my god. I just went on a whole rant about it. That's my number 1 ick. Number 2 is cliques. Clicky goth. Sometimes you get into a goth community and it's just a little bit cliquish and they don't really like to integrate new people sometimes. And that's sad. That's sad and very uncomfortable. I feel like I've dealt with this a lot, and so I just kind of have faded away from interacting with that community. And number 3, I guess I would just say like the elitist goths. Like the people that want to argue about freaking subgenre to subgenre, just like the most minuscule thing, will not allow you to use a generalized term. Like if I say something is goth and they're like, actually that's second wave post-punk, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes it just really gives me the ick because I feel like it turns away a lot of people that otherwise would be more interactive in a community and a subculture because they get insecure about, well, I didn't know that, or they did know that but now they feel attacked. So yeah. And they also asked 5 things you cannot leave the house without. My phone, sunglasses, my water bottle or Dr. Pepper, whichever I'm feeling that day, but some type of drink, some type of snack if I can't get a snack. And I'm gonna assume a wallet is like given, so I'm not gonna count that. And then probably like my camera. That's what I'm bringing. Are there any current bands or artists that you have recently discovered or are enjoying? Or you guys, I cannot speak. You know what I mean. Besides your favorites like Priest and Him, yes, there is. But things that I've been enjoying recently is this band called And One. I found them through Spotify suggestion and they have this song called Enjoy the Unknown. I love that song. Oh, Choke Chain. I really love Choke Chain. I'm not much of an industrial person. These next 2 artists kind of fall into that industrial type of music. I love Choke Chain. Definitely check them out. Super good, and the type of industrial that I like, it's like very specific, like it does a little scratch in my brain that most industrial music doesn't. So I'm very happy to have a band that like really does it for me in that genre. And 3 Teeth. I've liked 3 Teeth for a while now, but I've just been like listening to them a lot more, and total vibe. Do you love The Cure? I adore The Cure. I was just thinking the other day, I had my colonoscopy and they were putting me to sleep and I was scared that I was gonna die, because as one does, like you're getting put under, there is a chance that you could die. We were on the way to the procedure and I was listening to The Cure and I was thinking to myself, I would be so happy if The Cure was the last music that I listened to. As much as I love Depeche Mode and I love Priest, The Cure just, they have music that you could die to calmly, and I feel like that would fulfill me if I died listening to The Cure. That's so emo, but it was a real situation, okay? Like I was really thinking that I was gonna die, and I was just listening to Why Can't I Be Me by The Cure, and I was just like, I could die to this and I wouldn't be mad. Concrete Blonde. I think I know like 2 or 3 songs, like they're popular songs, but I never really grabbed for them. Maybe I'll start listening to them a little bit more that you suggested it. List some of your favorite music tracks and why you dig them. this is gonna be a long answer. Okay, Revenge by Ministry is one of my all-time favorite songs. It is so good. It is so good. That's all I can say. Sanitizer by Urban Heat is another one that has been on repeat recently for me. Black Venom by Priest, new song that they just released. I'm going through my Spotify right now and I'll just pick out a couple of songs that I'm like, oh, I love that song. I Idolize You by Massive Ego. I'm a big fan of Massive Ego. Please Come to America. Change Is Gonna Come, a cover by Greta Van Fleet. Oh, love that song. No Regrets by the Soho Dolls. Not very goth. This isn't goth music, by the way. This is just music that I like, so don't come at me. Anything by Tyler Childers, anything by Sierra Farrell. My favorite slasher horror films and how you feel that they hold up. So my favorite slasher horror films would be The Terrifier. I love Terrifier. And also The Strangers. Strangers Pray at Night is probably one of my all-time favorite movies, and I think it'll hold up forever. And the Chucky movies, Bride of Chucky, all that. They also asked if you can, please list off some possible European, Japanese, Australia, and New Zealand, or example other exotic locations that you hope to visit in the future.
And what all you would want to do there. If you want to go to any gothic music festivals like in Germany, name the music acts that you would want to see play there.
I would love to go to Mara Luna. That is my goal. Mara Luna is something that I feel like every goth dreams of being able to go to, and that is something that I would die to go to. It is very, very expensive. I mean, just the plane tickets for 2 people is like over $2,000 for me to get over there, not including food, Airbnbs, transportation, passports, merch, the tickets. People I would love to see play Mara Luna would be really like anyone. I honestly wouldn't want to see anyone and everyone. And then I would love to go to New Zealand and Sweden. Sweden is probably like the first place I would choose to go if I were able to like get a passport and just go anywhere besides Mara Luna. I have so many bands that I adore that come from Sweden, and I just want to know what's in the water over there and why is the music so good. Like, how are they producing so many good bands? I don't know. There's something over there and I need to figure out what it is. I'm new to the channel. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. But if you've never answered it, how did you get into goth? I think I have answered this on like my first ever Q&A, but my brother introduced me to some gothic symphonic metal, and then I just kind of went down a spiral on YouTube. It's Black Friday was a really big inspiration for me and a catalyst in me getting into the goth subculture. Next question. I have 2 questions, but they go hand in hand. What's your favorite thing about being goth, and what's your least favorite thing about being goth? I kind of answered this in a previous question. So I guess my favorite thing about being goth would be like the feeling that you get when you go into the goth club. One of my first experiences in the goth club in Nashville was for this night called She's Lost Control. Please go to it. They still have it. It's so fun. And it was just like overwhelming. Just this sense of peace and acceptance, and not like I'm standing out in a bad way, and people that just understand. And so it's just that feeling of belonging is my favorite thing. And then my least favorite thing, not including the things that I ranted about earlier, would just be just other people that just don't get it. One of my least favorite things that my grandmother used to say to me all the time was that it's for attention. You're doing this for attention, you look like that for attention. And that's just not what it is. I look like this for me. This is how I feel most comfortable presenting myself. This is what makes me happy. I feel insecure when I don't look this way. When I've tried to conform, I just have this like missing part. And I understand that it's not everyone's preference and that it can evoke reactions in people, but I just don't think it should. This is just how I am. This is what I like. This is how I look. And if people can accept that, that's something that they need to keep to themselves. Because if I went up to a normal looking person and I was just like, oh my god, what made you look like that today? I feel like that's something that would stick with them because it's not expected. But for goths or people that look like me, it's expected. I just feel like the whole you asked for it trope is something that society has made normalized, and I feel like it's something that shouldn't be for anything and everything. So yeah, I don't know. Do you collect Italian horror or thrillers? I do not. Which timeless universal horror icon is your favorite? It's gonna have to be Dracula or Frankenstein, of course. Out of all of your fast food pizza joints, which is your favorite? We really like Marco's Pizza. They have a Philly cheesesteak pizza that is like to die for. And are you like me and ever think about having more friends? It's really hard for me to make friends. I'm a very awkward person. I don't like to text. I don't like to socialize. And I feel like that's something that people really need, especially like the whole texting and that whole ordeal. It's just something that I'm not good at. It makes me really uncomfortable. It evokes a lot of anxiety in me because I will sit there and stare at a text message for 20 minutes and get so anxious that I just read it and leave you unread, and I know that that upsets people, and I really try not to do it, but sometimes I just don't know what to say. Like, it feels like the end of a conversation, and I'm very grateful for my best friend who is very understanding that I don't really like to text and that I see every month or two. These are the questions from Instagram. How does it feel to be famous now? I'm not famous. I don't feel famous at all. It is my favorite video I have posted. Oh, this is a good question. The video I did with Jillian's earrings that she sent me, that was such a special video. That video means so much to me. Next is happy 1 year. Thank you so much. What are some of your favorite movies? Shrek, 10 Things I Hate About You. If you watch my VHS tape collection video, I talk about a lot of my favorite movies because I have most of those on tape. But those are like my 2 favorite movies. How have you gotten brand deals this early in your YouTube career? I never sought out brand deals. I never messaged people and said, hey, I would love to make a video if you would send me free stuff. I know that's how a lot of people get started, is it's just putting themselves out there. But really, I just had brands reach out to me, DMs on Instagram, emails, just make content, be consistent, and then really like go above and beyond for the brand. I know I'm working with another brand that I worked with before just because I liked the content that I made them and they wanted to work with me again. That's like the backside of YouTube. I don't really talk about that too much. What have you learned in this whole year of YouTube? Love your channel, by the way. Thank you so much. This is a great question to end this video, honestly, because this just really encapsulates everything. So I guess what I have learned in this entire year on YouTube is just to put myself out there. Never really doubt myself, but I feel like I've doubted myself and my capabilities a lot more than I think is obvious to you guys. I know I say it a lot, but I'm a big self-doubter and I don't have the best self-esteem and I think I'm boring and all this stuff. Very self-deprecating person, but I've gotten a lot further than I ever thought I would. I honest to God thought I wouldn't break 50 subscribers. Like, I have built such a community on here that I never thought I could. I've been really working on this whole YouTube thing, and there's YouTubers out there that upload like once every 3 months and have like tens of thousands of subscribers, but I feel like they don't have that community that I have here, and I've done a lot to like stay consistent. I feel like I've really worked to where I am right now. I've spent so many late nights editing and trying to get footage off of SD cards that for some reason just didn't want to give me footage, and I've really pushed myself to go to events so that I could vlog. Something that I've learned from doing YouTube is that it is okay to congratulate yourself a little bit and to acknowledge your hard work. I do have to admit that it has provided me with something that is irreplaceable, and that's the community I've built on here. I see the same people coming into the comments. They come into my lives and they've built a community amongst themselves, and they interact with each other, they interact with me, and it brings me so much joy. Overwhelming amount of support that I've gotten from this year on YouTube has been totally unexpected, but 100% appreciated. I have so much gratitude just for what this platform has given me and what you all have given me. because it's all about you. I make the videos, I edit them, I upload them, but it wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for the people that watch my videos and that support me and that come back every week and comment and like and even just watch from afar. And I really, really, really appreciate that. This is getting really deep right now. Sorry. Anyways, I think I'm gonna cut it off here. I feel like I've been yapping for a long time. I'm actually getting sweaty. Anyways, I freaking love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss another upload. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.